fair brady sharpening a knife. So here I've got my sheath knife inside its sheath, nice and safely tucked away. So I've got an oil stone in this case for using for sharpening, and I've put some of this oil on it already. So I'm going to remove my knife from the sheath. So with the blade away from me, so I'm working in a safe way. So I'm going to fit the edge against my sharpening block, and I'm just going to turn it just so the cutting edge touches the stone, and I'm going to work it down away from me, gradually moving along the blade as I reach towards the end. As I reach the tip, I'm just going to lift it slightly so I reach the end, and I'm just going to do this a few times. So you can hear when it's touching the blade correctly on the stone. So it's good to just make sure it's seated each time. So you've got it, make sure it's touching the edge, make sure you're getting the whole bit of the edge. If you want, you can put a little bit of pen along your cutting edge to check that you're getting all the pieces. So I just carry along like this. And I can see I'm getting little grey bits where the metal's coming off the knife. So now I'm going to turn it over and get the other side of the blade, so exactly the same thing. If you want, because you're in a controlled environment, you can do it coming towards you if that's easier. I'm quite happy to do it left-handed, but some people find it easier to do it the other way around. So again, I'm just tipping my blade to get to the edge. So my fingers are on this side, it's pushing it along to the tip, just lift, make sure we get that edge. Perfect. And sit it on again, gentle lift, bring it along the stone, lift a little bit, that's it. And a few more. This knife was quite sharp when I started, to be honest, so it won't take a lot. So I'm doing this indoors today, so I've got a bit of a newspaper up on my piece of paper, just to make sure we don't make a horrible mess. And just to say, before I started, if this knife had been really dirty, I would have cleaned it off with a bit of wire wool. And as I just use a bit of, as I could use vegetable oil as well to just clean it off. Oops, I'm moving a bit on my paper. That's good. So I'm just going to wipe this carefully off. I could use a cloth. I've brought the paper here. So we'll just have a knife's nice and sharp now, cutting nicely to our paper. So now I'm going to put this safely away back in its sheath. Now it's nice and sharp.